we'll stand for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Dan Pillow.
Here.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Here.
Kathy Byess.
Here.
Ann Pillow.
Here.
Al Glick.
Here.
Pam Jackson.
Here. And then we'll start with the clerk's report when she's ready.
You have the minutes from the last council meeting, October the 6th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from October the 6th. Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Yay.
Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
You have pay ordinance 10E. This is for biweekly payroll that was paid on October the 17th. Disbursed from the general fund, $2,799.48. From the sewer fund, $1,476.01. From the water fund, $1,476.01, for a combined total of $5,751.50.
Make a motion to accept 10E.
I'll second it. Motion by Al Glick, second by Ann Pillow. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Yay.
Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
You have 10F. This is for monthly salaries dispersed from the general fund, $7,200. From the water fund, $1,058.82, for a combined total of $8,258.82.
I'll make a motion to approve 10F.
I'll second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Yay.
Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And you have 10G, this is for accounts payable, dispersed from the general fund, $18,388.51. From the street construction, maintenance, and repair fund, $931.25. From the water fund, $2,499.01, for a combined total of $21,818.77.
Make a motion to accept 10G.
I'll second it. Motion by Al Glick, second by Pam Jackson. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Yay.
Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
You received a copy of the Addyston Board of Public Affairs minute documents from their October the 13th meeting. You'll notice that the minutes from their meeting is the draft, but attached to it is their September meeting minutes, their collection report from August that was collected. I'm sorry, I take that back. It is from September that was collected. I guess it is from the month of September. And then you have their pay ordinance 2510.
Council, what's your pleasure?
I accept the minutes from the water board meeting.
I'll second it. Motion by Al Glick, second by Pam Jackson. Any discussion?
Second September.
Please,
Are
this
we-
is the minutes that you really are approving are the September
September.
8th meeting, because they have to approve their October meeting minutes before you can concur on them.
And I do have a question. I noticed there is no delinquency list on here, so is everybody paid in full?
I didn't receive one. This is what I've sent to you, is what I received from their water clerk.
Okay, that
council.
Probably be in every meeting, I would think, so we can keep track of what's going on.
I had a copy of it. I never brought it with me, but I did have a copy of it. She gave me a copy of it.
Well, Al, when you get those copies, can you share them with
I
council?
will, yeah, I'll bring it.
Appreciate that.
But I will make a note to let her know that
Yeah,
we needed to
Need to be on
include it as a part of their packet.
yeah, there you go.
I agree.
She could have just.
Yeah, she could have just, not thought she had it in there when she scanned it and it wasn't.
Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And in your packets, I sent out to you a copy of the State of Ohio Auditor's Bulletin number 12 for your information. And it also, number 13, it does with reimbursement of sale tax exempt for public offices. A copy of year-to-date appropriations, year-to-date revenue status, and the village did receive a thank you card from the family of former Miami Township trustee Joe Seitz, who the village sent a funeral arrangement to on September, I think it was the 27th. It says, Mayor and Council of Addyston, the flowers you sent for Joe's funeral were beautiful. Thank you for your kindness and support during the difficult time. It has been a great comfort to our family. With sincere gratitude to Joe Seitz family. And that's all I have there.
All right. Thank you, Margaret. Okay, one thing that I wanted to bring up to council's attention, is that, Tony has not been to work the past week, and he didn't come in today, and he did send in a doctor's notice that, he may return to work on October 27th at full duties. So it's one of the reasons I was stressing about the haunted house last week, because when Mike came on, I went to Margret and said, Margret, can you let me know, is there any way to keep BT on for a little while and, help out with the haunted house, because I'm stressed, it's a lot of work, and with being a person down that would help us out greatly in that situation, and he wasn't there, so she did tell me that they can use street and maintenance construction funds, I believe that was, and that we could keep him on until this Thursday. So I just wanted to give you, let you know what had happened there. So that was pretty last minute, because I was going to let him go if Tony was coming in, but then I didn't have Tony coming in at all.
Did he get hurt on the job, or?
I'm not exactly sure. So the letter that he gave to Margaret is, to whom it may concern, it is in my medical opinion that Anthony Wagner may return to work on Monday, October 27th to full duties. He is being treated for back injury, which should be improved by then. If you have any questions or concern, contact in which that's for Margaret to contact.
Is this from previous injury?
I have no idea. This is really all I know right now, is what I just told you guys. But I was put in a pretty tight position there. So I definitely just wanted to let you guys know that. And
Mayor?
we are,
Okay.
yes,
To that point, I just need to be clear on the protocol. He's been off for a week.
and that's,
Not a full week, he was in and out.
well,
last week.
Friday he
Yeah,
came in, wasn't
he
it?
came in Friday, and
Friday
then we got the
morning and then
notice
left.
Monday.
Okay, so he hasn't been off.
But I
You know,
mean, mostly
continuous
the
days.
entire week. I mean, Friday
Okay.
was maybe a couple hours.
Yeah, that's fine. I just thought he'd been off a week.
No, but he
Basically.
will be off the rest of this week and through until
Mhm.
next Monday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So if at all possible, I'd like to keep BT a little bit longer, but that's depending upon, cause she said till Thursday. And now we got him gone till then.
So are we paying Tony the whole time while he's out?
I don't know how much sick time he has.
He has sick time. I went through the books today. When Tony first came here, for about 2.5 years, he didn't miss any sick leave at all. So he had sick time in there. And then when he got hurt last year, I think there was like 5 days that he received sick leave, and then it was turned over and he was off for 6 weeks, which BWC paid for. So he has been accruing sick leave. He has been off and on, but what I come up with today, he does have the sick leave for this to be off, if this is it. Now, this could be related to the incident from last year with whatever he was doing, because I was told by the water clerk that he was removing whatever the lids are and pulleys back.
Manholes.
Manholes, and it could be related to the injury from last year. I don't know, I'm not a physician, I'm just, that's what I was told secondhand.
I mean, what's that look like to have BT stay on if we're still paying Tony and we're running out of money,
Right.
I mean, that's the only thing that's gonna make a difference here, whether he stays on a little longer or not. Do we have the money to do it if we're still paying Tony?
I mean, if you don't,
Tony's-
you don't. I just,
Yeah.
I know
Tony's-
I've got till Thursday according to the
Right, that's what I'm
funds that
saying,
she's got.
I mean, to do it any longer, we gotta see if we got any money.
Tony's
left in the deal.
time is covered, it's already there. Sick leave is built in.
Yeah, but the village is paying that sick leave out, that the funds are coming from the village. That's what I think Al's trying to say, if we're paying the sick leave and somebody hourly also, it's like double, almost like double dipping. See what I'm saying? Like,
That's the only thing I was asking, cause, I mean, if we're paying both of them, we're not gonna be able to, cause we ain't gonna have money to do it, that's my opinion, but who am I to say, right? I'm just saying, if we have money to keep them on, but if we don't, we don't.
Pretty much till Thursday is what you gave me.
That's the receipts I had in the computer at the time.
At the time, yeah.
That you asked me. Of course, I enter receipts maybe every other day. I'd have to go back and see what I've put in, between Thursday and today. I know that I didn't enter anything today because I was doing other
Yeah.
things.
Cause more or less she's asking for more time with BT, but I just wanna make sure that we've got money to be able to pay BT. I don't have a problem with that, but I'm saying, do we have the money to keep it going?
Sounds like
That's
we
all
do.
I'm asking.
If we take it from, what fund was that you mentioned?
That's the fund she gave me till Thursday, so.
For this pay period ending on
Yeah.
Thursday is what she asked
Street
me.
construction and maintenance fund.
And that was last week when she came to me and asked me if there was any way. And then with Tony, because Tony was out during the time that she came to me. And like I said, I enter receipts in the funds at different times, and that depends on what we get from the state or the county.
Yeah, I'd just say for right now, we got him till Thursday. That's where we got money in the funds at right now, so that's my
And
opinion.
maybe if you guys don't mind, if Margaret says, hey, you can have a few more days or something, if that's okay.
Did you need a motion to keep Bernard until Thursday? Is that what we're looking for?
No,
we
I
got
was
him
looking to
till
see if I
Thursday.
can go beyond Thursday.
Beyond Thursday.
That's what I'm saying, if we got
But
the
that
money.
depends, like she
Mhm.
said about entering the receipts and stuff, so.
Today was a busy day. I was backtracking all Tony's sick leave to make sure that he had it there, plus doing the other things for this meeting. But, tomorrow I'll be back into doing my receipts, and I should know a little bit more by the end of the day tomorrow or first part of Wednesday.
That's kind of why I was just asking if it's okay with council. If she says, hey, you can have 3 more days or whatever, that'd be wonderful. If council is okay with that.
I don't.
If she tells me that it's not there, then I
I
don't
don't have a
know.
problem with it either.
I mean, if there's money there, there's money there, but if
I
there
make
ain't,
a
there ain't.
motion that that the mayor half of them 3 more days if she needs it.
or whichever,
If
wait
the
until
money's
Margaret says that I,
If
you
She
know,
needs more days.
if I can.
Right, money.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion by Jennifer Wiehe, second by Dan Pillow. Any further discussion on that?
So we're gonna, till Thursday, and then she's gonna let us know if there's any more funds
Like if we
available.
can, yeah,
I mean, past Thursday, it's not a definite that we're keeping him.
right.
Okay.
I know Thursday, but that's
That's the end of the
Thursday's the
pay.
end
That's
of
the
it.
end of what she's
Okay.
telling me where we're at.
Alright.
Call for the vote.
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Yeah.
Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Thank you. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to Chris. He has some ordinances for us.
Which one do you want to go first?
You can pick whichever one you want
All
first.
right, well, let's.
You wanna
do this.
start with,
Let's start
the
with
mic
that
thing?
one. Let's start with
Yeah, and get that one done. You have one in front of you? Here you go.
I think I handed them all out.
You can,
Oh, here.
here, I had an
Nice.
extra one.
He's got it.
I've got it right. All right. This is the first reading of a resolution approving the appointment of Michael Kesterman to the position of maintenance supervisor and declaring an emergency. Whereas the Village of Addyston, Ohio immediately requires the services of a maintenance supervisor for the village maintenance department, and whereas Village Mayor has recommended the appointment of Michael Kesterman to serve as the maintenance supervisor, and whereas the Village Council has approved said appointment, now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Addyston, Ohio as follows. Section 1, that Michael Kesterman be and hereby is hired to serve as the maintenance supervisor of the Village of Addyston, Ohio, commencing immediately and on a full-time basis, approximately 40 hours per week. Section 2, that the maintenance supervisor be compensated at a rate of $20.91 per hour, paid on a bi-weekly basis. Section 3, that in addition to the compensation set forth at Section 2 above, the maintenance supervisor shall be entitled to the benefits provided to village employees, subject to the extension, revision, revocation of same by the village council, but the maintenance supervisor shall not be entitled to health benefits provided by the village. Section 4, that the maintenance supervisor shall faithfully fulfill all duties legally imposed upon him by reason of his office, and as the mayor and the village council may determine from time to time, and as may be appropriate and proper. Section 5, that the maintenance supervisor shall be employed on an at-will basis, meaning he or the village may terminate the employment relationship at any time for any or no reason and with or without notice. Section 6, that this resolution here is hereby declared to be an emergency resolution and a measure necessary for the immediate preservation of the public peace, health, safety, and general welfare, and shall go into effect forthwith. The reason for said emergency is that the village requires the services of a maintenance supervisor immediately. Adopted this 20th day of October 2025, followed by signatures. The second reading.
Question, Mayor. We've changed the procedures. I didn't know if that's something that I wasn't aware of.
Usually we have, if we're
I
gonna
just
do an
wanted to
emergency,
check
like
on
3
that. You know, we
readings,
gotta-
like the.
We gotta teach him what we have to do.
I thought he just, wanted to make sure everybody understood this well.
Absolutely, that's not a
Okay.
problem.
Usually we wait for like a council member to suspend the rules and read. They usually read by title only.
Okay,
Unless you-
well, I mean,
Yeah,
the way that, unless somebody suspends the rules, I have to read it.
yeah.
Yeah, you give us a total rundown.
So,
We didn't quite
the way
get there,
Bob,
but that's okay.
Okay.
the way Bob.
You
would
did
do
good,
it
though.
Sometimes, I'm sorry, but he would bring up, well, I have a resolution for this. you know, see what their pleasure is, whether they would want
Okay.
you to read the whole thing.
Okay, well,
But
I
you
mean,
were on the roll.
well, I mean, I'm doing what the statute requires. You can jump
Yeah.
in and tell me that we can suspend him. So what is the council's pleasure then?
I'll make a motion that we suspend the rules and have said ordinance read 2 more times and declare an emergency by title only.
And it's resolution.
Also resolution.
I'll second.
Motion by Dan Pillow, seconded by Al Glick, to read by title only for the second and third, right?
Second.
Yeah, you ain't gotta read the whole thing.
Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yeah.
Jennifer Wiehe, Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Now they usually making a motion to adopt it.
After you
Okay.
read
After
the
you
second
get done
and
there.
third.
Well, okay, let's get on to
Yeah, I'm
Reading
sorry.
number 2.
the second reading. And this is a resolution approving the appointment of Michael Kesterman to the position of maintenance supervisor and declaring an emergency. And this third reading, a resolution approving the appointment of Michael Kesterman to the position of maintenance supervisor and declaring an emergency.
I'll make a motion to adopt as read.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, seconded by Kathy Byess. Is there any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
It would be number 12 in case you want to number it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on, we have another resolution. Hopefully this will go a little bit quicker than for me to read the previous resolution. This is a resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into and administer a contract with Detroit Salt regarding the purchase/provision of road salt for the village of Addyston.
I'll make a motion that the rules be suspended and said ordinance be read 3 times by title only and declared an emergency.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, seconded by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Okay. This is the second reading of a resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into and administer a contract with Detroit Salt regarding the purchase/provision of road salt for the village of Addyston. A third reading is a resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into and administer a contract with Detroit Salt regarding the purchase/provision of road salt for the village of Addyston.
I'll make a motion to adopt as read.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, seconded by Ann Pillow. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
This will be number 13.
Let's see, let's scoop this from here.
Does anybody get copies of this one?
Please?
Does anybody have copies of what this is, or?
No,
we need to explain that
They
first?
got a copy of this. This is,
Oh, that goes with it.
this is every year when we submit to the county our revenues, they come back with what the estimated resources is for the tax levies. You've received this in September, and then you also should have received it in your email with the packets this weekend. And when the one you received this weekend would have just been the spreadsheets. It would have been this format because you'd already received this.
Yeah.
This is you guys accepting the rates that they have established for the village so that we can prepare the 26 appropriations.
Okay,
Okay, so everyone has seen this?
yeah.
All right, and then now we have a resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor. Would you like to handle that?
We're doing that as a resolution or ordinance.
No, I usually just take notes and then I'll fill it in, but
This is a
Resolution.
this is a form provided, pretty
So
much.
we're not passing resolution.
This, it,
Yes.
you,
that is a resolution.
it is a resolution. Let's describe what I have here. Okay. This is a resolution. It is a pre-printed form, used by the county. And what it does is required by, law, that we have to approve these things, send them to the county. So they have a pre-printed form that we'll be filling out, and Margaret will be doing it with the PDF filler rather than handwriting into this. But it is a resolution that'll have to be adopted so that we can certify that these rates have been accepted and we send it to the county. Okay? So, for procedural purposes, it should be treated the same way as any other resolution. And so I've read it by title once. How would you like to proceed?
I'll make a motion that the rules be suspended and set, resolution be read two times more by title only and declare an emergency.
I'll second
I'll
it.
second.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Pam Jackson. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Okay, this is the second reading. It's a resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor. Third reading, this is a resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor.
I'll make a motion to adopt as read.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
That would be number 14. Thank
Back down
you.
this way. I think that's all we put in.
Yeah, I think so. There are
Okay.
a couple things documents that you guys are gonna have to discuss these before we do the resolution on these.
Yeah, that one I discussed with Al ahead of time. We may not need this at all.
Okay.
You wanna look into that one before we decide to do anything with it.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Council, before we go to committees, I would like to switch and go to the audience first, and if you don't mind. We have Dan Blanton who asked that if he could speak to everybody as well, so I'd like to start with him. Dan, if you don't mind.
All right.
You're ready?
All right. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, council, for allowing me to speak. Can I turn this a little?
If you feel like it, yes.
I mean, I'm fine, I just.
You can
just
turn
wanna-
it sideways and
Get comfortable.
That's all.
give it a turn.
Get
There you
I'll
go.
be brief, so. I just wanted to give a little personal history of myself. And I've been Miami Township trustee for 12 years. And I grew up in Cleves. I lived there since the mid-70s. I grew up, I went to Taylor, graduated from Taylor. I graduated, thought I could go to college and didn't work out. I went to the service instead. And it worked out wonderful for me to serve my country. So I was attached to the 101st Airborne Division for almost 2 years. I spent a year in Korea. So I'm a veteran. I got out of the service, met my wife, got married, and I said this at our park, or your park opening, that we bought our first house up on Main Street, and that's been 38 years ago. So we had 3 boys, all our boys went to Taylor, graduated from Taylor. I know I'm stressed, I just want people to know the history I have with, that I've been here my whole life, so. After that, I started going to work for Hamilton County. I've been with Hamilton County for 37 years. I've worked in the courts down there, in various departments, but right now, I'm the assignment commissioner in Common Pleas Court. Well, I take that back. I started a new position, but I was in that position for 21 years. So, and like I said, this is my 12th year serving as township trustee. I just want to tell you a little bit about what I've done in the last 12 years. So, I worked on various projects for Wiehe Township. What I do personally since I've been there, I oversee the maintenance department. We have 6 members, including our road superintendents of our maintenance department. They oversee I oversee the roads, the sealing of the roads, repaving of the roads, all that in Wiehe Township. We have 21 miles of road in Wiehe Township. So I also oversee the parks, West Park, if anybody's ever been down there. We developed West Park, and that's been since I arrived in 2013, but that's been 10, 11, 12 years ago. We started working on that park as soon as I got elected. So Paul Beck headed that project up, and if you've ever been down there, I think it's a beautiful park. West Park, we're doing an extension on it, and we've been working on that for 6 years, negotiating the land, having committee meetings, having public meetings, and we put it out to bid and just received bids back. And what was our last meeting before that? 4 weeks ago, we accepted the lowest bid for that park extension. Our park extension is gonna add on to our walking trail. We're gonna have another baseball field, 2 more pickleball courts. We're gonna have a little veterans park in just a little area with the flagpoles. It's gonna be a beautiful park. We're gonna have swings along the river. So that's one of the projects I've been working on. Pat and June Park, I don't know if anybody's been out to it. It's on the corner of Buffalo Ridge and East Miami. It's a beautiful little park. Now, when we put the firehouse in, our new firehouse on East Miami, we built that. We started that, it was 5 or 6 years ago, and it's been completed now, I think for the last 3 years, I think some right in there, 2 or 3 years. But the park was behind the firehouse, and the kids out there, that's the only park they had to play at. So when we had our meetings with the community out there, we told them, well, we didn't know at the time, but we thought we'd put the park back behind the firehouse, and we needed the land for the firehouse, parking, underground storage. So I purchased the 2 lots on the corner. They were in foreclosure, and then we started working on that, and it took at least 4 or 5 years to get that park finished. But if you haven't been to it, I'm really proud of that park, because every time I go by it, same with West Park, every time I go by that park out there, there's kids there, every single time. So, what else I've worked on? We got a community garden that's right across the street from the new park, Buffalo Ridge and East Miami. It sits back maybe 100 yards up the road, but it's across the street on Buffalo Ridge, and then the new park sits on East Miami. I've also worked on, I mentioned we're getting new pickleball courts. We got old pickleball courts, but they've only been in, I think we got those put in like 2 years ago. That was one of the add-ons I worked on for West Park. So we did that. So the sign grant, I'm not sure if everybody remembers this. I can't remember, I think you were mayor at the time. I got a sign grant from the state of Ohio that I included in on the North Bend, Cleves, and Addyston. Weren't you mayor then, Dan?
I think so.
So it was a $50,000 grant, and it was, we got, new stakes, new, no parking signs, new stop signs, and I can't remember how, I think it was like $12,000 or $14,000 that Addyston ordered signs through our grant that I applied for and received. So North Bend did the same thing, and so did Cleves. We all took advantage of it, and the township took advantage of it also. So, I just want to touch base on that. To Addyston, you know, the village itself, I'm all for. I just want everyone to know this, and I've said this before, that we want the village to remain the village of Addyston. That's my sole goal, is for all three villages to remain. There's so much history in each of the village for them to remain their own municipality. If it ever came to it, the dissolvement, which I hope it never comes to that, I mean, obviously the township, if I'm still there, would be more than happy to take it on, but my personal goal is to do whatever I can do as a trustee to see that each village remains their own municipality. That's my overall goal. And I'll close with this. I ran trustee 12 years ago because I care about our community. I grew up here, I went to school here, raised my family here, and I think that's why we're all here, just to make our community a better place and keep it safe and somewhere to raise families. So that's pretty much why I'm running for re-election, and thank you for your time, I appreciate it. And I'll take any questions, if anybody's got any questions.
On your parks, is that all your grant money coming out of general fund for the park, or is that most of that grant?
No, I got grants for we got grants for some of the park, like our boat ramp that we did in West Park, we got a $50,000 grant from the High Department of Natural Resources for that. That's been 11 years ago, but generally 99% of it's used for TIF. We use our TIF money, our tax increment.
Do you have anything on the future firehouse on this side of the township, Miami Township, building out this way?
No, not at this moment, I do not.
So that's the plan for that?
No,
I know you said about staying in the village, but we're sinking down here.
yeah,
And I live in the township too, but in the village.
right.
And I'm looking for the future of this village, you know, and I think you're gonna have to bail us out, is what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So we did.
I just think, I mean, I hope you guys bring us on board, because there's a lot of things that have to be done. I don't think we got the money, unless they got a piggy bank somewhere, but I don't see it happening. To stay afloat, but we need streets, and we need water lines, and I don't think we got the money to put up for the levies that are coming in to be enough to post the bonds and stuff like that we need to do. I was just curious if you're interested in accepting this village, if it actually.
Yeah, by all means, we would. It would be 100% for me. So, and I think that I could be wrong by this, but I'm pretty sure by law, I think I got an opinion. I think I shared it with both of you, I believe.
Yeah, that's been shared with
After
council.
dissolvement, the request, and then the township would absorb
Yes.
the village over. But you have to, it all has to go up for a vote first.
Yeah, that has to go to the citizens.
Not now.
We don't make that decision.
Yeah, right, not now, so. But I appreciate it. If you got any questions, my personal cell phone is on our website. It's been there for 12 years. So easy to get a hold of. My email address is on there, my personal email address, and my township email address. So, thank you guys all. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dan. I'm gonna keep rolling around. Ed?
No, I wait.
No, not that Ed,
Oh.
that Ed.
He's an all wait.
So yeah, I requested recently to come in this evening, together just a little email print off, I sent to the mayor recently as well. Had outlined some of the efforts I've been having in the village here this current year. Obviously, with the financial restrictions and budgetary concerns that we have, I don't feel I've been quite as effective as I have in previous years.
Thank you.
But I'd be happy to go through this all with you guys here. Give me one more second. So yeah, with the dissolvement of Mayor's Court this year, I've kind of been focusing a lot more working with the Sheriff's Department on cases and properties wherein I'm not reliant on a Mayor's Court, more towards county authority. To that end, looking into places like 124 2nd Street, that was one that's been a thorn in the side of the village for quite some time, from property maintenance issues to drug trafficking, as well as other calls. I'm sure you guys have quite a few there over the past year. I was able to gain access to the property through my office to bring sheriffs in with me, and during that inspection, we actually uncovered 10 grams of methamphetamines. So that was a major win for the village, I feel like, breaking up a drug operation there, which my understanding has many implications to the other houses in the village and the township in general. So I was very encouraged by that. Looking down 263 Main Street, that was probably one of the worst living conditions I've seen my professional career in the past, 3 years been doing this. You can stand in the basement and look up and see out the sky. There's no first floor, there's no roof, pretty bad conditions there.
I sent you an email the other day on
Yeah,
that.
I know it's gonna be here tonight, so I thought, you know what, I'll address them in person, let you know all about it. It was at the request of the owner to condemn the building, as there were people living in the basement who were dealing drugs, in theory, allegedly, as well. So it kind of break that up as well. It feels good for the village as well. Obviously, 376, our dear friends next door. That's taken a lot of time, a lot of resources, but I'm glad to see that I finally got turned around a little bit. I know they're jumping things up again. I've saw this here a few times.
I just had a question, because you said you were able to get access into this house on 2nd Street for drug activity.
Yeah,
I've gotten plenty of video of drug activity.
the owner invited me in to that
Oh,
one,
okay.
so that's a little different.
But I still have, outside, I have video of drug activity all the time. It's been turned over.
I know. Yeah, my office doesn't really deal with that so much, but
Yeah.
on the case of 124, the gentleman who'd been residing there, one of the two owners, he got arrested for domestic violence down in Independence, Kentucky, down in Kenton County. The other owner came in and said, hey, I'm trying to clean this property up, I don't want to be condemned, I don't want it torn down, can you please gain access, get these people who are kind of squatting out of my house. At that point in time, we have free reign to go inside. The people kind of quasi-squatting there didn't know we were coming, and that's how he made the discovery, we'll call it. So, a little different situation. In the packet also, you'll find 3 quotes for demolition of 103 Oak Street. That's been a nightmare scenario up there going on 2 years now. The first quote you'll notice is from O'Rourke. They declined to spend the time to come out and give a physical estimate because they felt more than a while. They know that local small people will always outbid them. So I want to get, at least the word from one larger company bidding out the process to show, this way a big box company would charge. As you'll see, they quoted just for demolition of the house between $20,000 to $30,000 in addition to remediation of the yard and all the mess out there. You'll see a quote there next for $19,650, the local guy. And then lastly, you'll see a quote for $26,940, another local company that I have great success working with in Miami Township as well. I know we have funds being devoted from the city to help us with this.
Hamilton County. So
Yeah.
basically, April was requiring three bids, and the last bid he didn't turn in because of the incident with that company's owner getting arrested.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we had to go out for another bid, because we have to give April 3, so.
Yeah. Yep.
And now we finally have 3.
Yep. So the challenge that I kind of am curious about, maybe the council can speak to tonight, is without Mayor's Court being prevalent and without having means to kind of hold people feet to the fire, do you guys have any ideas of what we can do going forward to get action? I send letters, I send mail, I stop
Violation
people.
notices.
I issue notices, a lot of them go unheard. Part of that is due in part, to the previous solicitor. I'm excited to talk to you. We'll let me sit down and meet you someday soon. Previous solicitor, I put many files on his desk, they went nowhere. That's very discouraging to me. One of which being her neighbor. I sent him several times. Addyston County, nothing ever happened. So I am definitely open to suggestions on how we make this, effective. But as it stands right now, I don't have a whole lot of way to enforce things.
I have one question about the property on Main Street here. They were putting a roof on that. Is that condemned? Is that property
It's
condemned?
condemned, but when it's condemned, you have the right to work on it.
You do?
Create it out,
Okay.
condemnation,
I was
yeah.
just wondering.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to live in it?
You're allowed to live in it?
Nobody's allowed to be there after dark. They can be there during the day.
They're there during, yeah.
If that's the case, then I would get with the sheriff's department, let them know that, because I can't enforce anything after dark like that.
Right.
I can like put the order on the building and then call local law enforcement, they can then take them out of the building. It's posted on several signs all around the building, every entrance, every exit, every side of the building, cannot be here after dark.
So
it's
maybe
posted.
have an officer check these condemned said buildings.
Well, they're trespassing technically, so by all means call us if you guys see somebody there late at night.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. And we've worked with, health department before where they've been actually willing to charge if they,
Yeah.
go outside.
Absolutely.
Yeah, can we just give you the address of the ones that have been condemned?
Yeah, we can do
So
it
they
almost
can
like
kind of patrol
a,
around them.
almost like an extra patrol or a
Right, that might
vacation check, but it's not a vacation check, but it's the same principle.
That might help him out a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm open to any questions or suggestions.
Yeah, 'cause I was asked you the same question on the email the other day, like, well, if it's condemned, what's going on? 'Cause they're putting a new roof on it.
Yeah,
and this
so
and
there's
that.
different theories of condemnation. One being we condemn it, demolish it, take it. I don't think anybody wants that.
Supposedly they switched it over now, it belongs to someone else.
They sold it, last I was informed of, they sold it to their son. He came in, he took it over. He's probably about my age, around mid-40s, somewhere around there. And he was the one that's kind of getting it in shape because before he hadn't been owned by, family trust, he had owned it for a while. And what's his name? Is it Tony Farrell?
Tony Farrell
Yeah.
owned it.
And her son is one in charge of it now, correct?
No, there's
Another
another
person
company
now.
involved now.
Okay, well, the company, do they own it or are they just doing the work?
No, they own it.
Okay, I'll look into it.
So they, I looked it all up the other day, so
You'll
It's
know,
interesting stuff.
you'll see it.
Yeah,
know
it's
the
interesting
name.
stuff. It is.
It was a recent sale, like
Yeah.
63, 68,000
Okay.
to this company,
Cause it was supposed to went to,
Ron Schmidt.
Ron Schmidt, but it didn't, I guess his son was buying it.
Okay.
I guess his son got underbid, whatever, however that went, but this other company ended up with it, so they started working on it.
Real estate's interesting,
Oh, yeah.
that's for
So
sure.
it's like,
I would
now it's gonna start everything all over again.
I would caution the village and, Don Mercer, our building inspector, actually, to look into that. There's need for substantial structural integrity improvements made there. The mechanical room down in the basement where they have the HVAC systems and everything, I've never seen anything like it. It's the most bizarre thing in the world. If you take spray foam, like great stuff expanding foam, every square inch of that room was sealed. Roof, walls, floor, everything was sealed. It made a cocoon more or less. Where there's no air exchange at all, so you have mold being propagated throughout the course of the house. They were dumping their solid waste, human waste, outside the back, running a hose from the shower inside, drilled a hole through the wall to wash it out of the yard. If they use the toilet inside, it's flushed straight out to the yard.
Gross.
So there'd be need for substantial improvements made before I personally would issue a certificate of occupancy or anything like that.
So Don Mercer needs to come down and look at this.
That's another subject altogether, but I've had a lot of hard times getting him to cooperate as well, yeah. To my understanding, my position, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but my position is not to be a building inspector so much to go through and say, hey, this beam is not load bearing, this is
Yeah,
not
he's the
structurally sound.
building inspector.
My job is to go and say, hey, you're breaking an ordinance or a violation of code. I've requested that several times in the past, not had that cooperation.
So we need to get on Don about that then, I guess.
I mean, there's certain sections, where it's done.
Yeah.
When it comes to the integrity of the building, the structure and everything, that's a building inspector.
Yeah.
I've had multiple people ask me about the trailer on First Street. They're upset about
I
that.
would love resolution on that. That's one of the files that Mr. Kelly mysteriously lost a few times. So I'll be happy to sit down and talk to you this evening or another day.
I'd be happy to have an appointment with you, we'll sit down.
Yes,
Perfect.
absolutely.
I really appreciate that because the village.
Actually, looks like a junkyard right there with
Oh, yeah.
junk cars sitting around it.
It's a vacant property that is literally a parking pad. A gentleman inside park a trailer on it, like an RV on it. I'm not living there. You are. I've actually documented gray water coming out the bottom of it, which only is produced if you're flushing toilets. It's coming out of the bottom there, these sides are expanded out, lights are on there night and day, he's living there.
Yeah, he's got an electric pole.
Yeah.
Up there. Temporary electric pole.
Exactly, that's been on for a year and a half now, he's living there.
There, it went before the,
More to help it decline, don't look into it,
and they was
I get
told
it, but
get out.
as a village,
Yeah, that went in front of
People
the
deserve better than that.
zoning.
Board of Health declines a lot.
they do, unfortunately.
And they said no.
I'll have your email.
Yeah.
I'll get you an email
I love it,
tomorrow and
Yeah.
we'll sit down.
weekdays are great.
Okay,
anytime.
perfect.
Ed, I see you have, one Main Street listed here. We had a problem there with Mr. Kaser for
Okay.
years.
Yeah.
He got the lot empty. And now, you may have got my email, I hope
I
you
did,
did,
yeah.
several times, and I
Yeah.
never heard anything back. That's going, the problem's getting worse. Again, the parking cars will soon be covered, and it was a real nightmare getting it cleaned up. Is there something that you can do out of your
I've sent
office?
letters already,
Huh?
I've gotten no response from the letters I've sent,
Okay.
so that's where I think we need to kind of, I never wanna say make an example of somebody, but I think we have some teeth on some cases.
Well, that
should be
one,
one that
we
we
should
run
be able to
authority.
run off of whatever Bob had
He
previously.
had contact with the man's lawyer.
Yeah, that we went through
Yeah,
some
if anybody
ordeal on
knows his
that.
lawyer.
So that's why I was asking, if you two can meet and sort of correlate with
Yeah.
each other on all these issues and how we
I'm
move
confident the two
forward.
of us can get together, put our head together. and
That'd
find a
be
solution.
great.
But until meeting with him, the previous solicitor was not easy to get a hold of and work with. So it was challenging.
Would it be too much to ask you to respond sometime and say, I'm working on it?
Not much to ask. Not much to ask.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they cut the grass.
Yeah.
They did cut the
Yeah.
grass.
They did cut the grass behind my house too, finally.
Finally?
Yeah, it's gone. Doesn't look like
Yeah.
Yeah, he sends out grass notices all the time.
yeah, I was kinda shocked they got it all done.
Did anybody have anything else for Ed while he's here?
Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
No, thanks for showing up.
absolutely.
You have a
Explaining
question
this
for
to
Ed?
us.
Yeah, what's the status that, I guess it's like 262, maybe something like that on Main Street, up on the hill, across from me,
Which house is this? I'm sorry.
260?
What's the house? What's going on there?
Well, the
Is it a
weeds
vacant
are-
house on top of the hillside?
Yeah, the
With room
weeds
yards?
are,
I have
6
sent
foot tall.
numerous violation notices to that, no response.
well, there's homeless people that camp out in there.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone through the house.
There's raccoon feces this deep in it,
I've documented it, yeah.
and it still sits there, nothing's
Yep.
ever done.
I agree. That's why I feel like myself and the new solicitor might be like a corner turret, as it were.
So basically where we're standing is we gotta get our old lawyer to do the job that you sent the paperwork to get this condemned, is what you're saying? These houses, these ones will get tore down.
If we want to tear it down, we certainly could tear down a house.
Right
but
now, I mean, just get it done with?
They're condemned, so
Okay,
I will say this, so if we tear down a house, we lose tax revenue, we lose value to the community as well. There's a reason why you don't always just tear down every house. If I wanted to,
well, these houses are just bad, I don't think it's
sure,
worth keeping.
but let me extrapolate this out a little bit. So if I go through the village and condemn every house it should be,
Yeah.
half this village will be shut down, and that's a fact. That's not being overstating or anything, half the houses will be torn down.
Alright.
So where you draw the line at is what kind of gets that, you know what I
Well,
mean?
I don't know, but they got enough money to, tear these houses down? Is that
There's
what
only
they
house
have?
that
Looks like
I just wanna say, are you getting a grant for that, or we're gonna have to take that out of our pocket?
So I would like to go back to your packet here, Ed, if you
Sure.
don't mind. Let's go back to
Yeah.
that.
I was just asking a
To
question.
explain to, that's, you'll get
Okay.
your answer. Those three bids that you have right there, 'cause in order to, like, we have funding through Hamilton County, demolition and acquisition, so this is, we send them these, and council has to select one of these, that we're gonna go with to get this done, and that'll get that ball rolling. So this is already paid for, you don't do the
Well, that's good then.
we send it to them, they take care of, that's why it'll answer your question.
Yeah,
And
I just, I wanna get the ball rolling and then tear it down.
now I'll check how much we have left after that and see where we can go as well, and how much they give
Yeah.
us, cause I don't believe this will deplete the funds. If you guys go with a decent amount, that is.
Are you picking the worst ones first to get down, is what you're trying to do?
I think that this.
Yeah, cause he had a demolition order on that one.
Just, so you know, to get funds released from the city takes a very, very,
Well,
very
obviously,
long
everything takes
process.
a while, it's just,
Yeah,
every
Yeah, 'cause
month they
it
bring the
took,
same thing up and up and up, and
We
nothing's
actually had
happening.
to do a month, I believe it was, a month notice posted to the public on that before we could even touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we're finally to this point, we finally have bids in front of council, so council wouldn't mind checking those out. Is there one of them that you'd like to go with?
I'll make a motion to go with the second bid, which is the lowest bid.
Motion by Pam Jackson, seconded by Jennifer Wiehe. Any discussion?
I will say I've had great success working with that company in other jurisdictions, so I believe they will do a good job.
Great.
As well as the third one, they work, I've never worked with them, but they were
Is that the one for 19650?
Yeah.
Knees go.
That is a county fund that's gonna pay for that.
Yes.
Exactly.
And it's county
Development.
Community development.
And that's about 60 days probably, time you get all the paperwork in, everything it's done.
No, actually, we're at the end.
Yeah.
We're at the finish line.
It's been like a year-long process to this point.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're here. This is the finish
Yeah, I mean,
line.
everybody hears this drug stuff and all that, and it just don't sound good for the village. So we need to get this stuff cleaned up and get it out.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we're doing.
This particular.
So we have
address-
a motion to accept this one?
This address knew how to play the game too, they switched owners and.
So,
Missed
much
the
of the
stuff. Oh, that
current
gave
owners,
us-
this
yeah.
may, it was sold to him unbeknownst that these liens were against the property already.
Right, yes,
So,
there's more
yeah.
to the story.
There's a lot more to the story.
Oh, I was surprised you on that.
I'll tell you a story sometime, brother. It's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
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 Right.
I would only like to say that over the years, Cliff has really done us great favors and give us real low-ball pricing. Obviously, he's not the
Not this
lowest here.
time, not this time.
No, obviously not this time, but I guess he has reason.
Gotta think about
We've all seen it.
what's in that
We
line.
want to be able to use as much of this funding as we can too, so we're keeping our lower area.
No, I don't have a problem, but I just wanted to remind council that the man had.
And he has been using him, I believe he's.
Very
Used
good.
a couple times, yeah,
Yeah.
jurisdictions, yeah,
I'm good.
absolutely.
All
And
right.
actually, he did, 376, Three Rivers, your neighbor, did his house,
Mm.
Cliff did, yeah. So
Oh,
he
when
was
they
proud of
came
it.
down and cleaned it up?
Yeah. It has to be.
Yeah.
Now, did that go on, did they get the bill for that, or did the village have to eat that bill
So we had, he initially just wanted the taxes.
on their taxes?
That's where he needs to get with Chris and get that.
Yep.
Actually,
Yes,
there's quite a few
county
things,
council.
that's what I just said. Yes, I know it comes to council. Anyway, call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe, Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow, Al Glick,
Yay.
and Pam Johnson.
Yay.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I have one more
Thank you.
question. Now that 263 is condemned, would the water board be able to get in there to try to find an illegal hookup? Could they be
So
getting-
my understanding, the legal hookup, quote unquote, is underneath the concrete pad outside of the drive, on the sidewalk itself. So to find it, you get tear from the sidewalk and get it down there. There's no hookup inside. Like, there's no meter inside or anything like
Yeah, I
that.
know there's no meter.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
underneath
just
the
wondering
sidewalk out front.
if you could find out where the lines are going to.
Yeah, I
Did they-
know exactly where they are.
Huh?
Did they agree on that tonight for us to, dig that up?
We hasn't even paid the front of us yet.
All right.
I know exactly where it's at, yeah. They showed me. Oh, yeah, it's outside.
That's, that's where it's at, then we want to.
Oh, well, if you can meet with one of them and be like, hey,
That's easy.
and, yeah, and actually get with Mike, our new, he's our new maintenance
Hey, Mike.
guy.
How you doing?
You haven't met him either yet. I'll know.
Did he say who concreted over?
Of course not, no, no. It's a sidewalk, so we did the sidewalk 10, 15 years ago, whatever. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Telling us.
Have you, any information about the house that's next to the early church of God down at the dead end?
That's still owned by the, oh gosh, Youngblood estate, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but is there nothing that the village can do since the place is falling down?
That'd be a great conversation for myself and Chris. Yeah. It's been cited so many times, so many letters been sent, no response. I have the daughter's name, which is Tanya, I believe it is. She's in charge of the estate nowadays. I have her number up there at my
Yeah,
desk.
the latest thing you got was, Bob did send you the latest thing.
Yeah,
But yeah, and so now he's been sending it there without much response.
yeah. So, be fun for us to get into.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, you did. Anything else?
I'm gonna talk to you outside.
Oh, that can't be good.
In the basement, they got those walls on them, is the house filed to be condemned?
We'll talk all about it, yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry.
All right. Lieutenant, did you wanna go ahead and give your report?
Good evening, Lieutenant Governor, Kent County Sheriff Patrol. So September, in the village, I had 74 incidents that officers were dispatched to, and 99 self-initiated runs, meaning they weren't dispatched, but investigations, car stops, whatnot. During the month, we took 4 criminal reports, 5 non-criminal reports, and 3 auto accident reports. That's it for the, that I can think of for the village. Obviously, my officers are out and about, and anything you guys need in the village or beyond, they're available to you. We had somebody just burn themselves in here today. That was kind of funny. They're responding, and then the guy that needed to be arrested just came in and turned himself in with me today, so that was nice.
That was easy.
Huh?
That made it easier.
Yeah, really made it easy. I just stopped in my office for a while, so it came nice.
They weren't warm bad.
No, I don't chase them at all, but, we work well with that here and we do anything you guys need. I don't know, and I meant to bring this up actually at the Miami Township, meeting as well, because it affects the whole area. I know we had that fatal down, just down the street, 150 and, 128. I believe that was a homeless individual, that was living across the, I think he was going back to where he was living across under the bridge, so. That affected everybody. In Balance of Life, in almost the exact same spot, a guy had a heart attack while driving on the bridge and happened to be followed by nurses and some of our officers that were from court services, and then we brought an AED over and brought him back, so.
Lucky.
Little Balance
Very,
of
very
Life there,
lucky.
so. Anyways, anything you guys, questions
would
about?
be good for the village.
Huh, what's that?
We have one.
We have one right there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have them in all our cars.
Yep.
I have a question.
Yes.
You knew I was gonna come up.
No, go for it.
So, there was a vehicle parked on the sidewalk at 376. The individual that was driving that vehicle, I know for a fact, because he had a driver's license, or sheriff's, were down there and helped him move the car, let him get in the car and move it. Do they not check for a license?
Again, you're saying stuff that I don't know about, right? So you're saying that person doesn't
Yes,
have a
I know he
license?
does.
I don't know that
I
I
looked him
do.
up, so,
And so I don't know. I'd have to check what happened at a particular time,
yeah.
so.
My husband watched the whole thing. I mean, he's like that, he doesn't, he's been pulled over multiple times without a license, and he just gets back in the car and drives away. Like, I didn't know that they were allowed to do that.
No, if it was under suspension, you shouldn't have been allowed to do that.
Okay.
But to follow up on that for the particular day, if you want to give me that. so I
Yeah, I'll
can
have to
find
go
out
through
why
my
you did that.
videos and find it.
Anything else?
How many homeless do we got around here?
Well, I don't have a solid number on homeless, because that would be a little
It
difficult.
seems
I
that
can tell you.
everybody talks about them, I just wonder.
Well, that's because they're mobile, so they end up affecting all the areas around here. You could say, I was just telling some people, I just got a call, I don't know, a week now, maybe a week and a half ago from North Bend. It's claiming they were homeless living off Sunset, where the old St. Anne's, it's kind of a dead-end street, they never developed back there. And the other officer went back there, and couldn't find anything, so, and then and he goes, well, the old one used to be down here, and then there was nothing there, and there was an old cooler where they used to be, so he remembered that. He goes, well, they're living behind, Napa in Cleves, right? And then he just came in today, and he goes, you know what, they were there 2 months ago, but now it looks like a tornado came through there, and I think maybe they're under the bridge, maybe that guy was going this time.
Is there a lot of people underneath that bridge?
That'd be a new one if they went back there, so we don't know. It's a new again, right? They were down, they got moved out. Problem is, and I like to make this point, sometimes you can talk people out of certain things, but when it comes down to it, you have to get the owner's cooperation. And if they're in a business that's not cooperative, or a railroad, let's say, that's hard to get a hold of, sometimes that's more difficult than you might think. And some of the people really know the rules rules and law and know that you can't get rid of them without that person's permission.
So you got
Not impossible, it just as dealing with condemned houses takes unfortunately longer.
that young kid that hit the dog and sat on the corner down 120, is he in a shelter now, or is he used to be
I
there?
don't know where he's at. I do know who you're talking about, because I passed him too, but
I haven't seen him for a while, I was just curious.
I'll give you your
Oh, was him?
follow up with him. You want me to give him your phone number so you can follow up with him?
No, he would set his chair up at 7 o'clock when I was going to work, when I'd come home about 5, he was setting shop up, he was on the corner all day, so I thought,
I'll
put
let
8
him
hours in.
I'll know you missed
Probably
it.
made more money than I did.
I'll let him know you missed it. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
If I see him again, I'll let him know.
Yeah, see how he's still on.
Yeah.
Got a Christmas card for him.
Burlington, did you want to address?
Thank you. Oh, I know. I've seen him.
His dog.
Good evening. It's always great when we can collaborate, and I enjoyed the grand opening of your parks, what was that, 2 months, a 2 ago? And enjoyed seeing everybody and our discussions. It reminded me, watching the guys play basketball and at the tournament, that I'm not as young as I used to be. It was great to be down here, and I hope that, just like Trustee Blanton said, I hope that you guys can thrive and do well, and that's what we all want. We're all one community, but, you guys, like he said, have a rich history, and hopefully you guys can continue to do very well. I did not grow up here, but I'm a West Sider. I grew up in Harrison, then moved to Price Hill, then to Delhi, and then when it came time to raise a family, this is, my wife and I said this is where we were gonna raise our kids, and this is where we were gonna, raise our family. And we knew that all along. This is a great community. A couple priorities of mine, it all starts with public safety, and kind of starts and ends there. I was fortunate enough with our administrator to negotiate a new contract with County Administrator Jeff Aludo, added sheriff's cruisers, 24-hour cruisers, but at half the cost. I actually spearheaded flock cameras, if you aren't familiar with flock cameras, and if you are, I can stop, but that is essentially what is attributed to the whole Joe Burrow, the break-in of Joe Burrow's house and all those, millions, thousands, whatever it was, that they took from his house. It's touted as the latest, greatest law enforcement tool. I negotiated with the county as well, where we're adding 8 flock cameras throughout Miami Township, but only paying for 4 of them. That's another thing that I try to be very fiscally conservative when it comes to being a watchdog of, taxpayer funds. It is increasingly more difficult as the state pulls back local government funds and everything, money that we used to enjoy coming from the state, the purses are getting, strings are getting tighter and tighter and tighter. We gotta get creative with how we use those funds. And so that's what I try to do here in Miami Township, and I'm sure that you guys are doing it as well as you're dealing with, INEOS and the challenges you're facing. But if we can work together and collaborate, we can multiply our efforts and save that money. So I've been fortunate enough, Mayor Mear endorsed me, Mayor Salmons from North Bend endorsed me, got other locals that have endorsed me, but I also have Congressman Brad Winstrup, State Representative Cindy Abrams, State Representative Mike Odioso, and literally all of the township officials from Whitewater, Coleraine, Green, and Delhi. So basically every township that borders Miami Township, I have the endorsement of all of those elected officials, and that's something that I'm very proud of because they recognize what we're trying to do here. So Republican endorsed candidate, and I think that we can again we're West Siders. We're all in this just trying to make a difference for our community, and I'm proud to serve as Miami Township trustee, and hopefully I'll have the support to continue to do that and modernize us and improve communication. That's another big thing of mine, is that social media, newsletters, hopefully you get our newsletters quarterly, nice, a lot of information. Our website, revamped our website with our administrator, and that was a priority. Put our live stream our meetings on our website because, you know, not everybody has the ability to come down and attend these meetings. And so that was a priority of mine that I pushed and said, folks should be able to go and watch those. So I want to look forward and you know, take our township, you know, into the future and thrive and have that vision. But if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer, but appreciate the time and allowing me to speak tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there someone else that wanted to speak from my township here? No? Okay. We'll go ahead and, Mike Hesterman.
Okay, well, this is my third week, so, thank you. Real quick, I want to thank council, the mayor, and the clerk for adding BT to us and letting him help us out this week. And again, through Thursday, I know missing one of the workers, we needed that. Plus, with it being my second week, new to this, I have not built the Taj Mahal of horror over there. So that's new to me. The mayor and BT, I think she's got 20-something hours in on her own over there, putting that thing together with just those two, allowing Andre and I to go out and do the other items, keeping the village going there, picking up the garbage and the grass and all that stuff that we need to do. So, talking about the homeless people, which, God love them, you know, they're humans as well, and it breaks my heart to see that and talk about that. So I know everybody in here is very passionate about that. But like from Dining Road to McDonald's, they eat well. I picked up so much garbage, 2 cans from dining to McDonald's. I see what they eat, what they drink, and where it ends up. I'm thinking maybe I can put some garbage cans there and they can throw it in the garbage.
They won't use them.
What did get me though is the coolers from dining to McDonald's, there's coolers, there's camps down in there. I don't know if, have you? Well, I was by myself.
They've also been cleaned out and have come back, so.
Yeah, it was quite,
Was it the condos of Addison?
Then you're gonna see.
yeah. So just so you do know that, we are trying to keep that clean, and work, you know, we see, some people there, you know, I don't mind talking to them and seeing, hey, you know, what can we do or help clean up, and maybe they would be encouraged to do that. So, cause that's a lot of work just on that one strip. So that was one of the big things I wanted to, address with that. And, the pile of dirt that's at the park is beautiful. I would like to get rid of that pile of dirt. There is a gorgeous groundhog living in there, so I'd like to relocate him.
We do have a guy that's supposed to get that. I did, when I spoke to him, I think it was last week. He's trying to get, yeah, he's the one who takes care of our portalet down there. He's trying to get the dump truck and everything lined up to get that hauled out for us. So
Okay.
hopefully that's gonna happen soon.
All right, if that doesn't,
If
Brent,
not, we'll have to do something.
behind Jeff's drive-through, I spoke with him. He said he would take it for free, if, you know, I said,
Well, if the other one don't come get it, yeah.
that's an option. The gentleman at the ballpark up there by Ed's house, he wants $30 a load. And I said, well, we're not gonna do that, so.
Tell him I said
What's
that.
the village getting out of that?
That's right, so. I thought I'll go back and visit him and, you know, talk to the owner and go that route. So, so that's it with the dirt. The skate park. So I spoke to John over in Cleves, I went
Oh, I
over
meant
there.
to tell council about that, I forgot.
Okay, all right. That's good, we'll let the mayor take over from there on the skate park.
Well, anyway, so last Wednesday, Cleese had their meeting, cause I had called them, cause last year they said, when the rumors were out, oh, they're giving it away, but they said not last year, so this year, they want wanna use that area for, their Christmas walk, so they're taking it down, so their council approved to, take that down and give it to us. Now you go ahead.
Okay. It is a task that's gonna take a few of us to take that down. John and some of his crew, I told him that we could go over there, talking to you guys, maybe Andre and I can go over and help take this thing down so we know how to put it back up when it does come time.
Yeah.
Just to give you a little heads up, it's on a plot that is around 60 by 70. So to give you guys some thoughts of how big this thing really is, 2 pieces have been taken down, there's 3 more large pieces, and it is all steel, so it will take some time, maybe 2 days to get that stuff taken apart, put on skids, and then wherever you guys wanna store it for now, but it is in excellent condition.
Probably have to store it over next to the wall by the dumpster, I'm thinking. Somehow finagle it in there, depending on what the load looks like.
It's gonna be a load.
Yeah.
These things, I took some pictures, like 2 of the units might be 12 foot, 13 foot long, 8 foot wide, 4.5 foot tall, high, so it's all steel. It's massive. So that's something for you guys to think about there. And repairs, I wanna bring this to council also. The repairs on the Skag, more parts have come in today, so we have changed bearings, tire, wheel, and things like that, all in-house, so we saved a lot of money of it going to Zimmer for $110 an hour. So the Skag will be back in service here really soon. The other unit's doing well. And we did have a water main break my first week here, so that got me right into it. The operator of the backhoe put a tooth in it, and I did have a private talk with him because he was the one running the idiot sticks. So he's not gonna do that anymore. Okay? And it didn't cost the village a nickel for that, so we repaired it here, and so that was a pretty. So that's my report so far of the week.
Did you get any more sleeves for backups in case something happens later on, you ain't gotta run the leaves and chase one of theirs?
Absolutely, that's having a good rapport with the outside.
That was nice.
I did look up in your upper deck there where I thought there might be some in the Christmas stuff, but they may have been used over the years. I did not see any 6, 8, 10-inch sleeves in there.
The firehouse is where that's usually.
The firehouse?
That's usually where the water department
You
has
remember
their,
us having
their
that
tools and
conversation
stuff.
Friday?
Yes, I did ask someone.
Like the water
and they-
we've been keeping separate, that's over at the firehouse. And you have a key to go in there.
Yes, and I was told there was none there.
Okay.
That's why we had
That's
to make
where
the
it
steps.
should have been.
Well, I'll take an extra look myself, just so I know. Trust but verify. And
But with winter coming up, you probably should put together a list of that type of stuff for emergencies.
absolutely, I will. It's much easier to have it here on hand instead of having to wait for that product to be delivered to
Oh,
you.
yeah, absolutely.
So, and thank you to Cleves as well, because I made some phone calls. They delivered that to us in less than 30 minutes. So we had the parts, we were able to get things back up. I only had one phone call of a concern, which we took care of that. So it was pretty smooth. So. Fiddler's Green and First Street.
Oh,
They were putting in a new.
The construction workers that we hired busted.
Yeah, and the guy felt really bad afterwards too, so, the first day. The locates were there, so, Tony did a fantastic job locating it, and it should have never been hit, but their bucket was this wide, and the hole was only this wide. So, yeah, he put a tooth right through it.
What
So,
size pipe was it?
6 inch. It's 6 inch, which is right into one that's is gonna be tied in with the regulators.
Is that How's that going?
Good.
Did you talk to?
Yes,
Steve?
I did. I did talk to Justin and that's on track.
So, Mike,
Yes.
yeah, Justin, cause they council would like an update on the PRV in First Street.
I talked to
First
him.
Street, how far along are they? Did they say to you?
He's another week or so just with their curbs and like I said, they're only gonna do the gravel and then another company's coming in to do the
The
surface.
surfacing, so
So,
we're pretty close to being done.
It's getting there, yeah, they're,
Yeah, I stopped up there and he was saying that's what, he was waiting on the guy to get there before the curbs.
yes.
Do that done.
Yeah, and then the PRV, that's who you were just speaking of with Justin.
Just, yes, that's,
So we're finally having that done as well.
spoke to him today and, yeah, he's waiting on a couple numbers and then he's gonna get back to me, so, I've got his contact and I'm sticking with him and making sure that I have an answer for you guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
What about that step up for that point? So she can go tear out all the seats and all that thing, and I'll wait for
I'm gonna do some, I spoke to the mayor about that one too, so if we can find one. That is absolutely, he's talking about the new truck that we have. I have to literally, like bounce up into the thing, it's that high. And then when you get out of it, you gotta slide out and you kinda feel stupid and, your feet are dangling and. Yeah.
I think we were looking at maybe see if we can get some cheap coolant pay, if there's something available, I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I jumped in it the other day to go over to the park with Amy. I was like, Jesus, Christ.
Oh, yeah, you
I had
have
to
to
turn around and
stretch
jump
your leg.
back up into it,
Yeah.
land on the seat, and I'm like, wow.
Basically, it's like you need to do your stretches before you try.
Oh, yeah.
You do.
Definitely need to
Mr. Pillow at 6'4", he just pops in and it's no big deal, so. And the red truck that has no sides on the bed, we've worked on that some, and when we get done with Halloween and it gets, we get into the winter months, I'll be able to cut that out and weld in some new metal and make that look good for a very few dollars. And we'll be able to be proud of that truck going through the village because it runs excellent.
You got the welding machine over there still?
Yes, yes. Yeah, we'll get it done. We'll weld in new metal with minimal cost. Do it here in the house.
Save your bed.
Yes.
Yeah, might as well, it's really not bad.
Other than that, the truck's in great shape.
It's the sides.
Yeah.
It ain't that big of a deal, it's just where it's saltated out throughout the years.
Anybody got anything for me or? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Council, if you wanna go back to the committee, or I can just finish out the audience.
You might as well finish the audience out.
Does anyone else from the audience wanna, to address council? I mean, you're the only one that raised your hand, so.
Do I?
You're the only one that raised your hand, come on, Ed.
Why not? I didn't hear a word about the potholes on the street, but I heard about the haunted house and the dirt. So what's going on with the potholes? You said you were gonna go out and look at them last meeting? We addressed that problem?
Not yet.
I took a look at them and I don't know, I think we can very easily take some patch to fill some of those holes out there.
Well, why don't we just cut them out and then fill them in? That way you don't have to, because they're gonna fall out again. When they pile them, I don't know what's so hard about releasing maybe $3,000 to fix it. Cause you know you got that, how much money you got left in the haunted house?
Nothing.
Zero.
Zero, yeah.
Everybody working there ain't getting paid. Your employees are not getting paid to work on that thing.
Well, they get paid,
Well,
sure,
yeah,
but we
okay,
don't
now there's some
pay
money there.
anything extra.
Yeah. Is that getting done by the building inspector and the fire inspector when that thing's done too?
It does.
They do.
Okay, good.
And it's pinned up in the office in there too for.
For last year's,
So,
it's still up, yeah.
You know, I just want to get these holes fixed out there. It's terrible. We talk about it every meeting. What's
As
so
long
hard
as
about-
I
why
get,
don't
if
you
I
guys
could
wanna
do the
fix it?
money,
You mean don't got the money, or we got the money?
I don't
I mean, you
know.
really, I mean, probably about $3,000 to go out and start and get some of those big holes cut out. Meet one of the
I mean, what
blacktop
I'd
companies. We don't
like
have
to
the
do is
equipment to
fix
do it here.
Secretary, they're even worse up there.
Well, then fix
I'd
those
like
too.
to, yeah, I'd like to,
I mean, we're
that's
picking and
gonna
choosing,
cost a
we
lot.
always come back to another street.
That's kind of a main street.
It is.
Well, the bad part, now, you got all them trucks going out there to the ball field.
We still gotta fix the
It's still
streets.
tearing up the streets, no matter
Well,
what.
so we just
going
gonna
on,
let it
they
go to
still
hell?
Keep tearing it up.
Well, close the street off then.
3 minutes left.
I mean, we sit there, I mean, we gotta fix it.
3 minutes.
They're not,
Might
that,
be
those,
something Ed can look
those
into.
potholes were there before those trucks came.
Yeah.
Actually, they're flattening them out.
Okay, we're
It's-
So
gonna
I'm
move
not
on.
done. I'm not done.
I would like to move on at this point.
Well, you
I
do
mean,
that every
because you
time.
brought up the potholes, I'm gonna get with Mike and we'll see.
And then we just
I've
said
got
that
a new
last
guy
meeting.
that just came in,
You what?
okay? He just started.
Oh,
Ed?
yeah, he just started, but I
Right.
haven't. I mean, I've been here for 10 years. I've been there all year talking about these holes. And you keep on, go on.
We'll
get out
do
of
what
here.
we can
We
with
can't,
what we
so now,
have.
we got our trustees here. Let's talk about going with the trustees then. You guys keep saying you can't and you want us to vote for this levy? That's what makes me mad. Why should I give you more money when you can't take care of my roads?
Well, I mean,
Well,
did you read through it though?
Read what?
The mailer that was
I
sent
did,
out?
but it don't do
you?
any good
Okay.
anyway because we don't have the money. You can pay for fire, but we still can't fix the streets.
Well,
You don't got enough money
one
coming
of
in
the
at all.
reasons, I mean, if you read into it, we're losing money that's not coming back.
I know that.
Okay?
We all know that.
So we're losing money that's not coming back. We've been paying for the safety out of a general fund. There's a lot of communities that do not do that. And here we are doing that. So by having that help would free up our money to be able to
How
put
much are
into
you
these
free up?
roads.
How much you gonna free up? You have no idea. Margaret says we're running from cash to cash every week.
Well, how much we freeing up, council?
That depends on who you talk to.
I mean,
Well, if the
so
levy
we're trying.
passes, it's supposed to generate over $102,000.
And that's-
Our contract with Hamilton County for next year is $92,000. However, there might be a car that might have to be purchased, okay, out of that. And then this council has to come up with an additional $60,000 that was put on this little village by Miami Township for additional fire and EMS because our levy for that doesn't generate enough to pay for it.
Well, I don't think they're putting it on you. I think they're just getting a fair market
Oh, I
value. what they
do.
have to.
I mean, there could have been another way worked out, you know. I mean, that's, you know, we're losing $400,000 across the street. That was general fund money, okay? That paid for a lot of things like our police department
Margaret,
where,
I'm not arguing
Ed,
with you.
I just, you
I
know,
know, I'm not
if
arguing
you
with you.
don't like the village of Addyston and what we got here, then move.
I ain't moving nowhere. Why don't you move?
I don't wanna move because I'm okay with
I'm okay where I'm
Addyston.
at too. I just want a street to
But
go out on, that's all.
Well, we all do too, but you know what? Years ago, when Mr. Pillow was mayor, we stopped all the big trucks from coming through Addyston and tearing up the road. Now they come down South Road and they go out East Main Street. How do we
You
enforce
can't
that?
isolate this village. You cannot isolate it.
I'm
We
not
just- we don't-
saying that.
the
What I'm
streets are
saying
falling apart.
is,
I've been out there since 93 building, 97, and we haven't fixed nothing out there. I asked you about that drainage, and did you see what's going on the sidewalk all collapsed? And how many times I come in there and say, take the backhoe out there, clean that drainage off so the water stays outside the street. Then when
I
I
thought
went with a
they
shovel.
went out there and dug
It-
that.
When I was with a shovel, Mike did that one day it rained, I come down and got him. I brought that 3 times.
Ed, I'd be glad to meet up with you and you
I mean,
show me
I can show you, but
what
they're
you're
not gonna
talking
fix
about,
it.
and I will put a proposal to council together that they could have.
A lot of it could have been prevented already.
Yeah, you show me,
I can
the
show you the
drain.
holes and everything, but for some reason, you just don't wanna release any money to fix that. I don't understand why.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Well,
on
we
that.
need our man hours too.
Well, you guys ain't gonna fix it. You're gonna have to hire a company to come
Because
in.
I mean, like with the haunted house, you know, our maintenance crew right now is only 2 people. That's me putting my own free time in there.
But,
My husband putting his free time in there,
that's great.
okay?
That's great.
So
I'm
even
not
still,
denying it.
even with them keeping up with our daily regular things,
I know, but I just want the
it's
streets
tough.
fixed.
I
know.
do too.
Why don't you volunteer and fill them?
I will. Am I allowed? Can I dig that up out there without getting arrested? Cause I'll bring equipment in tomorrow and start tearing the street up.
Ask the lieutenant.
He's in charge of it. If you wanna see some work done, I'll bring some equipment in.
I mean, if you're
You're
actually
gonna call
gonna
that
do
Kane
it.
Lane is what you're calling it.
Would you like to address council?
I'm done.
I was just curious about the street going in.
when you get on them.
What's the purpose of that, or what's it gonna do, or is there another street being eliminated, or?
Which-
The one with Church Street.
Dying Street Extension. Right, so we'd already started that project a while back as well. There is a developer on tow that wants to develop right there, which would add to the village, it would add income to the village, but they won't do anything until we have a main entry right there for a business district entry. So we had procured 140 for like engineering. We procured already 300,000 in Hamilton County Community Development, and we applied for another grant that I'm not sure yet till maybe the end of this month whether we have the funding to move on that. But that's also all grant funding. We have those all projects. We look for whatever funding we can get funded. Yes, and Main Street, East Main is on that list of funding.
I mean, what street are you gonna close or do away with that's going out?
There's not gonna be a do away with. It's basically turning Dining Road into right in, right out only. So that way even our Metro buses still have the access to come in, park at their new pads that they put in, and then they can go right back out on the new intersection rather than coming through here and hitting everybody's mirrors off their cars.
They do that.
I mean, that will eliminate that, yeah.
And it helps with the accidents that we've had.
And it helps with the accidents. I mean, the main reason we started that one too is because of the accidents that were happening on Dining Road. So that would be the main reason. And then the developer would be the bonus.
Mayor,
Yes.
I think I asked before, one of those grants will put traffic control lights on 50 at that intersection.
That's what we're trying to
One
do.
you're trying to work on.
ODOT's kind of fighting us on that, but
Because if we
maybe
don't
I
have a
might be able
light
to
there,
have Chris come in on
we
that
have a bit of a
issue
problem
with me.
with
on
buses
that one.
turning in and out, things like that.
So who's this developer you're talking about?
We can't say.
We really, that's, yeah.
How's this?
Well, you've been in the meetings.
I thought that was over with.
That's not, no, it's not. So we would have to, council would have to go back into talking about I believe that's property acquisitions. That's part of an executive session.
What?
If that's going forward, which they're still around. It's the same one that you knew about. Council, did you have anything else? Or, did anybody else from the audience have anything? So we can move back to committees? No? Dan?
Thank you, Mayor, appreciate it. I'd like to thank Mike for, and Dow for giving input on getting this water line in. We're able to put together all the prices that we needed to get it in before it gets too cold. I think you have that in front of you, and you had already approved that we go ahead and do this project. It's funded, it's granted, so it's not costing the village anything, so to speak. So I'll just need to get purchase orders for the things that we have listed in there so that we can get started as soon as possible.
Can I have a motion on that?
Absolutely, yeah, I'll make a motion that we have Margret give us our purchase orders for the items listed here, and we're trying to get as much of it local as possible, Marilees and places like that.
For the 537?
Say
5327 or whatever
Yes.
it is.
Absolutely, yeah, council will approve that so we can move on that project. We have a lot more dollars left that we're gonna have to work on to spend, but if we can get this done, get this back to Margret, and she can turn it in. It'll also be more money involved with our in-kind work, because we'll be doing a lot of work there as well that we will turn in at the end of the project.
I'll second it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Motion by Dan Phillips, seconded by Al Glick. Any further discussion on that? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byas,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick, Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Thank you very much. Mayor, that's all I have at this time.
All right, thank you, Danny. Jennifer?
Nothing at this time, Mayor.
Thanks, Jennifer. Kathy?
I have nothing at this time. I'm still on vacation mode.
All right, thanks, Kathy. Miss Ann?
I don't have anything tonight.
Thanks, Miss Ann. Al?
Only thing I got, I went to the water board meeting and they was talking about digging up water line up for 263 and seeing if they could cut that water off. And they don't know what was going on with the monies from, where we had paid for the
The
Third
third
Street.
alley.
And they didn't know if she'd have paid the 4,000 and the 1,900 or whatever.
I didn't pay the 1,900.
So they're thinking they got money left over from that. So they asked me to come to council and ask if they could use the leftover monies to dig that
I
up.
will check my facts.
You paid the $4,000 bill, we said that the bill was only 19, right?
Correct.
So the balance that we put towards
Would be
that company to
2,100.
dig that up for us.
Correct.
But when I got the 4,000, it didn't say it was a quote.
Well, that's fine, Margaret, I didn't really bring that up.
They were just
It
wondering
got
how they
paid,
could use
and we got a
Yeah,
credit.
if that's
just
what
use the
they
credit.
decided, yes, if
We'll
that's
just use
who
the
they
credit.
used
That's all we-
to
that's
go
all
on
we
that
said.
property.
Yeah, that's what I come to council to ask council if they could use the remainder of that 2,100 to dig that water up, cut that water off.
Ed says he knows where it's at, right there on the sidewalk, so it's probably about a 4-hour job to tear it up and just cap it off and be done with it.
Correct.
And the subject, the whole job up there.
And that's what I told them, I would come to council and ask council if we could use the remainder of that money that we had, the 2,100, to use that, to do that with. If we couldn't do it ourselves, I don't know why we couldn't do it ourselves with the backhoe, but that's my opinion, but.
Al and
I just
Ed,
cap it.
one way we can find out if they're getting any water is to shut off the water that's coming in, being that they, what their real meter, shut it off.
It's been shut off.
Oh, the real meter
Yeah,
has
it's
been?
shut off.
Oh, I
It's been
didn't
shut
know
off.
There
that.
may have been
Their
two
water
taps.
There may
supply.
be two
There may be
connections.
We've
two
gotta get another-
connections. If you
they've got
remember, there
another
was a
connection.
beauty salon there at one time.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about the one to their house, that they use on a daily basis.
They're not using a meter,
It's tied in.
they're
Yeah.
using a different one.
They're
Yeah,
not
Mr.
using.
Pillows, what's happening is, Mr. Pillow,
Yes,
what's happening is they have the pit on the left-hand side of the house.
right,
The water shut off over there.
Okay.
That water is shut off to the house.
Mhm.
There's another line coming in on this right-hand side of the house between the old salon and the house itself.
Mhm.
And it's underneath the sidewalk there. That's where water's coming in. It's not being metered at all.
Ah,
It's just running straight in. So
okay.
somewhere along the line, somebody did something
Yeah.
funky.
Yeah, I think I remember now.
Temple turns, right? Yeah.
And I mean, that's what they asked me to come to council and ask you guys if they could use that, or if we could do it ourselves, and Mike could go over there and dig it up with the backhoe.
I got the address, I'll go look at it tomorrow and I'll get with these gentlemen here. Okay, let me get your number before.
Maybe that'll save us from having to use that reimbursement money, we can get that money back. If they can go dig it up themselves with the backhoe,
Yeah.
that would save us that $2,100.
And it doesn't go back
If you
on
just
till they
wanna-
pay the $7,000.
What?
It doesn't go back on till that bill's paid.
In full.
Correct.
Yeah, no matter who buys, well, they just get rid of the property and it starts a new tax fee. Speaking of tap fees, is the park buying a tap fee?
Of course
For
I
that-
would.
Does it got it on there?
I don't know, I was
No,
gonna ask.
no, Al's.
You guys didn't say
It's not
anything.
on, no, this is not on here, the tap fee. It just got everything to get everything hooked up to the tap.
For the tap. Mhm.
It's got all the materials to get it to the tap and get it run.
Right, but we gotta buy a tap fee yet for that.
Correct.
Yes, that's not,
But that's all something different. This is all
That's a
this
different
materials
sheet.
to go for.
okay, all right.
Just like we pay a water bill.
Yeah, just, all this is just all the
Bill
materials.
we pay the water bill.
I have a question, maybe, Ed, Mr. Kane?
Yeah.
I just have a question. Is it legal for the water board to help the village
I
in the
can't-
use of the water, or give us a tap fee, being that we're sort of one and the same, is that legal?
What do you mean legal? You're buying a tap fee.
Well, I mean, we're buying it from you, right?
We're buying it from each other.
Or we're buying it from ourselves, is we
Right.
tell you guys what
So
you
we
gotta
got money
do,
in our
I
kitty.
understand.
We got money in our.
That's why I
kitty.
wanted to
Are we
find
gonna
out
get into this?
legally, you
Well,
know,
that ain't nothing
We
legal.
pay
that's
water
what we
bill.
have to do.
The village does.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, they have all
okay,
that
well,
space.
it's water bill, so we still have to pay a tap fee, but.
Yeah. Just moving one money back and forth is all you're doing.
Right.
And that goes in our account.
Just,
Cause
just
cause
wondering.
water board is separate.
Run about the turn, see what he's.
Do you guys have the money in the grant for that tap fee?
We may have.
Yeah, it'll come back.
I mean, we can move our money around wherever we.
That's all you're gonna do is move grant.
That's what I'm just wondering, instead
Yeah.
of using
Moving
it
grant.
out of the
Danny,
water fund.
the thing I asked you is that as long as you got money there to take your subs, it's done. But you don't have to wait. Does Margaret got that money?
Gotcha.
Does she?
I have it. I understand. Okay, so do we need a motion to
Well,
take care of what you're trying to do, Al? None? We're
Well,
not gonna do
Mike said he's
anything?
gonna go look at it
Mike
and get back
can go
with
look at
the
it.
I
council.
think it's understood that when Mike goes and looks at it, and if we can do the job, then I will contact the vendor and tell them that we are due the money back, or we want to credit whenever the next job is.
Correct.
Well, yeah, when he sends you the bill, just say, we paid you so much at credit and whatever's left. I don't know
Well,
who's
you
gonna
know,
charge you.
this is where things get complicated, because everybody gets stuff that comes to them, and I get it third hand, instead of me, the person that's
Well, you guys
supposed to
need to
be
work your
doing this,
bookkeeping
so.
out between your committees. I
whatever.
can't control
We'll,
that.
we'll work it out between Mike and I and the vendor.
Yeah, that'll work out.
And then the other thing I had was this Environmental System Research Institute thing, which was updating the mapping for the village. Me and Lisa discussed it before the meeting. She's gonna call them and ask them what kind of updating that they would do and how much it would cost us. And if not, there's a system, correct?
Yeah,
That's
cause we
already-
moved to the web-based system from a
Web-based
couple
system
years ago,
already.
RCAP did it.
So if we don't have to do this, it won't cost the village nothing, but she's gonna call them
I would rather research that before I shoot
talk to her
forth with
first.
it.
Jennifer and Kathy
For the
probably
mapping.
don't even know what he's talking about. It's a system we have that, for the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
village, about water.
It
It
maps the
identifies
water,
the
Many,
water
many
lines
years
that
ago,
go through the
computer
village to
tells you what
everybody's
everything
property.
is.
it maps
that-
all the
that's
water
what it's-
lines.
Yeah,
out
that
the
would have
whole
been
village.
before you guys stepped in.
Yeah.
See.
But
Sorry.
I looked
Right.
into
See the
it
look on
my face, didn't
under
you?
that meeting, when he said he
confusion.
didn't have a mapping system, Tony did.
About the whole, a map of all, yeah, of all our hydrants and shut-offs and everything.
Oh, yeah, that's
That's
all
why I
mapped
started
out.
looking into all this,
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
and then
so we
updated
know
it,
if something happens, and we're to turn it off and stuff like that. I
But
think
we
Ray knows
do
what all
have the
that stuff
ability
is.
to do it because it's
and
web-based,
it's web-based now.
and we did have a
10 years to be.
program before, but that
And that's
system
still
hasn't been,
here.
it's still here, it just hasn't been used because when we started going through all the grants and that to do work throughout the village to do with water, RCAP, who is Ohio Regional Water Development or something like that,
They started
they
doing it when
started
they did the
doing it
C-factor
where
testing.
we can go online and look up the Village of Addyston's water map
Water.
of all the streets and all the services going to everybody's businesses or houses or whatever.
Right.
We just don't have the system upstairs physically updated, but it is available to us.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
just.
But that's what we was talking about at the meeting, that's why I brought all this up, to
So
make sure
everybody
that
knows
we've
what's-
got a
where
mapping
everything's
system
at.
before something does happen.
Oh, yeah,
And then
you-
she's
we
just
have
gonna
all
look
the
into it, how
information.
much they do update the system we already have.
And when it
In
is,
place.
And that's what I
whatever it
mean with the
is,
revolving door.
Yeah.
When you have a revolving door in water board, the water board that did know that, the water board now does not.
Correct.
but the system that we have will be physically relocated to the maintenance shop where it should be
Yeah.
for that department to have it.
So who's
But it
handling
won't be the
water?
web-based
Tony still
one.
handling the water stuff?
Yeah, he's still doing the water
Okay,
stuff, but
He's
remember
still
what he
doing the
said the
stuff.
other day, I said, well, do you got a mapping system in place? And he said, yeah, in my head.
Oh,
I'm like, no, you don't, that ain't the way it works.
that's why I asked it, I mean, I've just been
Yeah.
new to it, so.
Well, as the mayor said, you know, when we have a turnaround, in the last 3 years, we've had 3 different water
I understand that.
for. So you know, it's stuff.
That's why
before you
pretty
came.
much I wanna just, the old system, I can put it over there and also give him, Mike, a password for the web-based one, which is the updated essentially. And, I think that belongs in the maintenance supervisor's office. And that's where it's going.
But other than that, that's all I had.
Thanks. Pam?
Just one thing here. I did pass you out a, you're welcome. From the Hamilton County Resource, they're, I guess they're changing things up a little bit, how we do our hazmat event, you know, how we did last year, we had the drive-through and whatever. This is kind of alluding to that. It sounds like they want us to use some of the money we get from the grant. There's a few options on here we can do. We can do like, one just like a community event, which we always do share it with the other communities, but there's an option on here to do that, or we can have something that's over there 6 months out of the year, which we know we can't do that. We don't have an area that we can leave something up for dropping off all this stuff for everybody, because, you know, we just don't have it. Or we can share with another community, but we always share anyhow, so that, these are kind of, we're not locked into this, they're just trying to figure out if we're interested, which I'm sure we are. We do something like this every year. It's just letting them know what options. I think really, if you look at this, it's probably the B and C would be the option, C preferably, where that's a community thing for everybody. And they take care of the fees, and there's a couple of these you have to pay, but we could take that money from the recycling money. We do have some money on
C's
that.
usually the one we have been using in the past, correct?
Sort of, yeah. Because we've always opened it up for anybody. This says countywide, so we kind of do invite everybody else, so I don't know what's gonna be different for us. So, you know, just the volunteers, which we always do, the volunteers. It's just, I think I don't know, they're changing things. It sounds to me like, I said, they've never done this before. As we know, they just kind of, we've had a representative, we go through them and we do it. So, and then this came out from somebody totally different. So, I just wanted permission to notify them that, yeah, we are interested, because this has to be in by the 27th, I think it was, yeah.
So,
No, 22nd, 27th, it is. I'll put my glasses so I can see that.
so you need a motion for it?
So just, yeah,
I'd make,
there's no dates we know of yet, they just wanna know if we're interested, basically.
I make a motion that we respond to that we are interested.
I'll second.
is it
Motion
option
by
C?
Dan Pillis, seconded by Jennifer Wiehe. Any
Do-
discussion?
Option C?
Do we wanna do
or
B and C, or does it matter?
Uh,
Cause I think we can do more than one, and then we can
Or just
fine
look
tune it.
into that?
Just-
In other words, make a motion to engage and then come back.
Yeah.
to
Right,
committee.
Yeah.
yeah, they just wanna know if we're interested at this point.
So moved.
Cause I guess there's like 20 other entities they're contacting also. Some people can't do anything, but, you know, we can do something. And it does, we do benefit from it, so we get monies back, so, unless that's changed too. I mean, it doesn't say that here, but you know
Yeah,
how
you'll
that is.
know. once
But
you
yeah,
start
cause we do our
engaging.
recycling that our community does do, we do get money back for that. And that bin that we have at the firehouse does help the village. And we do have extra money in there.
How much you get?
It varies. I don't really
I think
see
it depends, well, for what she said
How
last
much
time, depends on
poundage?
how much we recycle.
How much tonnage it is
Yeah.
based on green glass, brown glass,
Are you
what
get-
kind
you-
of plastic
You
it
get
is.
1,000 a month out of that, or?
Oh,
500?
No, we get it, we get grant money every 6 months after they do their part.
Right.
Yeah,
How much grant money you get?
Well,
that
it's-
also
that's-
varies.
That varies
Yep.
too.
Everybody's got a number.
5,000.
About
Depends on the
$5,000.
thousand.
That's good
No,
money then.
we-
5,000.
That's
usually,
good.
I think,
You,
yeah.
we used to get like 300 and something for the year, and then
Oh,
Hamilton
upped it.
County gave everybody a boost up and said that we're gonna help more because we have this bank of money, and if we don't use it, then they're gonna take it from us.
Is that
Yeah,
go
we,
in your
yeah, we had to
general
apply
fund,
for
or-
that, Margaret, remember?
Yes.
We
Yeah, we
applied for
did.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
Does that have to go towards, the general fund, or is it
Only recycling.
it goes,
Can't be
it's
used
a
for
line
anything else.
item in general
That's the thing
fund,
about the
and it's
grants, once you get
designated
'em.
for
Well,
recycling.
that's good.
That's why we upgraded not long ago, because it was getting overfilled, so we went to a little bit
Yeah.
bigger one. But yeah, people that get it at their homes, that, they pay for themselves. This is, they could bring it here, it wouldn't cost them anything.
I take it
Yeah.
and stuff there.
Well, we
Yeah.
have a motion on the floor, council. Did you have any further discussion on this? Okay, call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
I second
I
it.
got one question.
Motion to adjourn's already on there.
Oh, Lisa, Mayor, did you hear anything from the waterworks on that other stuff from, we were talking about?
No, not yet.
Yeah, okay. And who's running for election? Nobody said anything. For council?
You can look on Hamilton County Board of Elections.
There's
And
signs out.
motion to adjourn,
Anybody here?
seconded,
I signed
call for
up
the
there.
vote.
My sign's up.
We can
there.
keep
I'm not
discussing.
out there, but I'm running.
Ann Pillow,
Who else is
Yay.
running?
Jennifer Wiehe, Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Mine's up there.